Well, we're back. It's been a couple of weeks now. I was just now thinking, the last time I fished, right here, in this same spot right here, and I missed a nice one over here on the, about like the first cast. So, I wanted to try him out again, and a lot's, oh boy. I talked about it, I talked about this, and it came to pass. There was a big log coming right across here. Well, what I was just fixing to say is a lot has happened since the last time I was here. And you can see actually this water's up. I thought the water was still a little low, but you can see the water's up because it's up over top of this cement right here in the place. But what happened, we got a severe flash flood a couple of days ago. I wanted to get out here sooner, but I was actually 4 hours away. It was Memorial Day weekend this past weekend, and I can't remember if it was Sunday or Monday. I think it was Sunday. I think Sunday. I never did find out how much rain they got, but it was a flash flood. Some cars got ruined and everything. It was bad, man. It had to be inches. And I can see this water still up. I had looked at some water in some places on the way down here today, and when I got here last night, just briefly looking at the creek close to my house, and it looked like it was still, just back to normal. But I can see the water still up. I'm glad of that. Maybe this will give me a couple of days. That's what I was going to say is like, there's no telling the fish that I missed over here the other day. He could be long gone. And this is what I was talking about. Was I had mentioned here, if you've been watching, if you watch this channel, or this really isn't even a channel yet. But hopefully it will be whenever you're viewing this. And you might notice that didn't have my drag set. There's a good one. Good start right here. Good start right here. And I just now might have caught myself from having a mess up. Look at that fish with that worm in his mouth. Oh, look at him. He's still chewing on that worm. Didn't have my net hooked up right. Look at that worm back. I might be able to use that again. If you know, this is a catch and keep channel. I forgot to hook my net. I did that one time earlier this year and I lost my net. And it was on a video. About accidentally made a video about it. All right, man, boy. Take it, man. Yeah. There's a lot of things I was wanting to say already, and there's just too much to talk about really right now. I left here the other day on fire, man. Hook myself. Okay, there's my worm. Get me back there. Well, my mind's just working, man.
thumbnail down while I was gone. Not on purpose, just I think I was doing some kind of work or something and damaged it a little bit. I was trying to pinch something back together. I can't even remember what it was now. And see, my left boot is leaking. Look at those little things. I can't remember what you call those. My buddy Pat used to tell me they're like a difference between it's like a mix between a mouse and a squirrel. There's two of them up here playing. I don't know if you can see. One's right over here straight in front of me. The other one he was chasing. The other one's over here hiding. Over here to the right. He got up underneath the rock. I can't remember what those are called. But yeah, back to the story. It got several inches of rain here, flash flood. Some people's cars got damaged. Some people got stuck. They had to have a rescue come get them out of the parking lot. And now that's a stockfish. Nothing fancy about it, but he's a good fish. He's a good one. Man, my feet are getting soaked right away, man, right in here. I don't know where they're leaking, but it's right around my feet, man. I can feel it coming in. On my left, it's at the back of my heel. On the right, it just feels like it's just gushing in kind of on the right. Like, I didn't even know both of these boots were leaking like that, man. But yeah, on the right one, it's just coming in around my ankles, both of my ankles, it feels like. Now, we gotta start. I guess I'll go ahead and stop this and get back to my story here in just a second. Set right back up with the same piece of worm. It's not usually a good idea. But yeah, back to my story. There's so much to talk about. Like, man, last time I was here, I fished this hole, a few times already this year. Actually, I think this might be the fourth time I've been here. I don't usually fish this hole that many times. It's just the way it worked. We had high water. I think the first time I came here this year, it was high water, so I kind of had to come here. I probably wouldn't have come here that day if it wouldn't have been for the high water. And I was just fishing a couple of holes, just fishing close to the car because I know I couldn't weight it. But we've been talking about this. They did a repair on this bridge, and I've been talking about it really. I think I talked about it every time I've been here so far. And there was a log coming across from that rock, basically like this. You can see it if you watch the older videos. It was here every other time. It was a skinny log, but it was coming right across there. And it got wedged, and I talked about how every other time over the years, almost every other time I've been here for years and years and years and years and years, there's almost always a log over there caught up on that rock. Over there caught up on that rock where that swift water's coming into. And I think maybe the guys, I know I've said this 3 or 4 times now, I think maybe the guys that were doing the work down here or something might have cut that loose with a chainsaw. Because I think they might have thought, well, it might damage the bridge. Let's just get it on out of here. I don't know. Don't know if that's the case, but whatever the case may be, it got going. And this hole right here is way more fishable than it has been probably ever that I've ever fished it. Because you can cast over there now. It used to be almost always, I always thought, man, boy, there's got to be a big one in that hole underneath that rock over there. But you couldn't get up underneath there real good because you'd get hung up. Because there was a big log wedged there. It wasn't wedged all the way across like this one was this year. It was wedged right up underneath that rock. It was a shorter, big log, and it had all kind of debris caught up on it, like you see here on the other side over here now. And that tells me, because that stuff wasn't over there
last time I was here. That tells me right there that, this high water came up and really moved things around here, like which I knew it would. Now, what I was saying, the last time I fished, today's May 30th. The last time I fished had to be, if my math is right, it must have been the 17th. Today is Thursday, it was on a Friday. It feels like a chub bite here. Might be a rainbow. Barely pecking at me, man. I can see the fish right here. These little ain't messing with him. Yeah, it's a chub. But I didn't. If you'd asked me that day, I'd have probably said. Now I told, like that day, I said, well, next time I come fishing, I've got to leave today and go out of town for a while. But the next time I come back, I'll probably be starting here where I left off at, which is way upstream from here. Not way, but I mean it's a quarter of a mile probably. So I thought that would be it, and I didn't anticipate really coming back here to this spot, to tell you the truth. Although, I did think about it because I wanted to catch that fish that I missed down here, man. That was a good bite. I just had him on for just a second. Or I didn't even have him on, I just kind of pulled him and turned him in the water, but I could feel the weight of it. I ain't saying it was no 18-incher, but I know it was a nice fish. So I don't like to leave a nice fish behind, that's just me. And, I didn't anticipate coming back here. Really though, even though, I thought about it. And as I talked about last time, I didn't fix this while I was gone. My forceps are messed up here. Let me see. I don't have my forceps on my vest like I'm used to. That's a blunder right there, not having them forceps. That's a tool that I just use constantly out here. I have to dig in my vest for it instead of having it on a thing where I can just reach down and grab it. I might just try to let it hang anyways. Man, I hate to do that. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'll lose him. I'll lose him just as sure as the world if I do that. When that thing broke, I was lucky. Wasn't in swift water, and I happened to see him right down below me. It was the time before last when I was fishing, the day before that last trip. I got to find some kind of way to rig that back up. I mean, I could just I'd like to have a stretchy thing, but if I had to, I could just tie it with a piece of fishing line. Well, the fact that I caught that one there, he was pumping it, man, that fish, but he probably dies it down for here now. What I was saying is I didn't really expect to come back here. Or I didn't plan it out like this. Things just happened. And basically, it's like this. I had talked about last time I was here, I had talked about like fishing downstream from here, because right downstream from here is not too far. There's a hellacious hole, a couple of them, about 2 or 3 holes back to back. Like some of the best holes you'll ever find. Might be better than this one. Now, I don't know what's going to be down there. And I hadn't fished it this year because when you out to it, it's quite a task getting there if you fish it the way I normally fish, which is upstream. If you fish that upstream, play hell getting there. There's really just nowhere to just get in and just hop off at the spot. You have to put in a hike, which I'm usually willing to do, but I just hadn't got around to it yet. But I thought the other day, and I even mentioned it on the footage I was saying, I said, you know, I might just come back here and, you know, at some point just walk down to those holes. That's what I decided today. I said, well, you know, it's just the way it panned out. It just ended up seeming like a good plan to come here today. And I said, well, I'm just going to do that. I'll just go up here and walk down to those spots to see if I'm just fishing. And then I'll fish, if I have to, I'll fish all the way back through, you know, where I fished the last time. I usually don't double back up on a place, you know, back-to-back times. But it has been 2 weeks. Unfortunately, I've had a lapse. But, you know. Yeah, what I was saying is, you know, I've had a lapse in time away. I had to go home and take care of some things 4 hours away from here. And, you know, I like to call this my home, but there's things that's got to be done, you know, back home at my original home, so, you know, it's just no way around it. So anyway, you know, no trying to split milk or whatever you want to call it, no problem there. It's just, it's back fishing, man. Like I say, that's the plan. That just ended up being my plan, was to kind of made up the plan as I went along, kind of, and like I was good about doing. I said, well, I'll just come back here and I'll walk down to those holes and double back up through this hole right here. I know I can fish it fast up through that other part, but you never know what might happen because, like I said, of this rain event that we've had. It's all different again. And that's what you, there's probably, stuff under that rock over there. Alright. I broke off. There's gonna be a time I might have to go in and just sit here and tie a couple of hooks or something. So I'm gonna have a little break period here and I'll be back. Walked up here where that water's gushing in my boots now, man. I tell you, I'm getting pretty wet, pretty wet. If I remember right, I think I caught 2 nice fish here this year already at this hole. And they're right here in this dam right here. Right here. This one of them, like I say, the water's up. Look at all the trash in the way. There's something over there. There's something over there biting. You don't feel like he's got no sideline. But again, that can be deceiving. It feels like a chub. Ain't got no line. I had made some videos I had posted again about my worms that I ordered online, and it did pretty good, man. It'd have been great if I could have been here with them. I couldn't carry all those worms with so many containers. You know, I didn't have cooler space to carry. Cause I had like 250 worms. It came to, and then I had to put, I had 2 like coffee containers, and then I bet I had the 32-ounce cups, styrofoam cups, like you would get from Bojangles or Cookout or an eating place. I had, let's see, I'm gonna just guess there was about 6 of them, I guess. I'm not sure, I can't remember exactly. Well, that's a real bummer right there, man. That really is. Getting hung up like that after I just now tied on. Oh, brother. Looks like I'm gonna have to go try to get that. I ain't never been over here on this hole. Never have been over there. There's a first time for everything. Yeah, darn it. Yeah, something I'm not trying to just keep on fishing the same spots over and over. I really ain't. But went up there, got hung up. Strangely enough, it broke off my clinch knot on my hook. I must not have tied a very good knot. And, you know, it was weird when I was doing it. I had at least 15-minute break, and I tied up 3 hooks after what was it? I got hung up down here underneath this rock. I went and sat on a big rock over there and cut the camera off. I know I was paused for at least 15. Got up there and went to the next hole, and got hung up over there. I was getting a little bite. And I got hung up. And I'm starting to try to go across and just get it. But I just pulled on it. And it broke off my hook. And strangely, it broke off my split shot. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, it might have worked out for the best, because one thing, I might have lost the fish if that hook knot was weak. So I just was able to just tie another hook on that leader. So that works for me. I mean, I hate to lose the hook still, but still, you know, it's better than, there was something out here. I pulled it right out of his mouth. But when I had tied that leader, it was too long. So I think that's part of the reason why I got hung up anyway, to tell you the truth. So you know, maybe that's it. Maybe it all works out for the best. Time will tell. So I guess I'm gonna head on down like I had planned. That was my original plan here. looks like 3 holes, but yeah, there's 3. There's a couple on the way down. It's probably gonna be a tough walk. But we'll see. I think alarm clock or nothing. I had set no alarm clock or nothing on it. I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure I'll probably have to change the battery. It's 47% right now. And I guess, it'll determine, well, obviously, whatever happens down here will determine my next move. So the spinner one just gets this spinning down through here. I don't know. You know that one day, that had to be almost 3 weeks ago now. Gosh, time flies, man. Put a spinner on and I was fishing downstream with it. I didn't get a bite. And as soon as I put it on, stopped at a hole. Kind of like what I'm doing here. Walking down. Which, if you know me, I hate doing. I hate walking downstream. But, nevertheless, it is what it is. And that's what I did, and that's what I'm doing today. So, kind of man up and get it done. But that day it was just like this. It was sunny, real sunny, man. I couldn't stand that well. I did spinner. Be the way it goes going down through here. And I told the camera and everything, I said, well, I'll put a spinner on going down and the one might come back up just to see. Sure enough, man. First cast with the worm when I got to my stopping point to turn around and come back. First cast with the worm, man. I caught one, and then I sat there and I think I caught 4 fish, 2 of which was keepers. Just back to back to back to back. On worm. So hard to, that was really hard to believe, especially given not that that first fish was big, but it was probably 12 inches all day long. Kind of hard for me to believe that 12 inches wouldn't go on that spinner. I don't know, that probably don't even make a whole lot of sense, because you can catch little old fish on a spinner. You get little ones that hit a spinner. Well, as has happened to me a few times this year, I'm not feeling real confident out here and walking. I'm taking it nice and slow. You definitely don't want to fight. You definitely don't want to fight. I almost feel like I can't fish while I'm walking kind of. And I feel like I'd probably be just best to just head on down and just fish back up, man. I can't fish downstream. I'm gonna set this down. Alright, so I made it a few steps down. And it dawned on me right after I cut that camera off that, you know, some people might deem this a bit dangerous out here. It is. It's the water's up, man. I'm hung up again. I'm sitting here talking about how the water's up, but yet I keep getting hung up. Explain that one. Should have went right on now. Yeah. I swear, man, it's just... I'm hanging out to be my Monday. I hope I can change this up. I can change my look, man. I just gotta go no too close to this log, man. It's true. Hook right into the bark, right into the trunk, man. I feel like I'm not ready out here. I should be in perfect practice. I should be a mid-season thing. But yet I feel like I'm in slow motion or something. There was a bite there. I don't think it's a trout, but
Go around the shop and see. All kind of flies on the water here, man. Fly fisherman's dream right here. Something I know very little about. Like that hatch. I've caught him here before. This ain't the holder I'm talking about what I'm going down to. This is just a secondary hole big time. This is what I'm talking about when I get down here to the hose. The hose down here, man. This will be bait for just try something different. I'm gonna do what I did that other day, even though that didn't work. Put the spinner on. I hadn't used this spinner all year long. Used to be the only spinner that I ever used. I just don't like the way it spins, man. I just spun that time. This is kind of an odd string. And pull it back up because the fish was muddy, but that's really not possible. I don't want to say you got to be bunk that series, but I think that probably makes a lot of sense. I have caught some fish out there anyway.
Lock it up. My confidence back with that one. I need to start recording. I'm gonna do something to fix those forceps. I came up on this spot, because that's just I was recording and I already passed it out. One of the videos that I got with Tyson. And then truthfully, I really hadn't fished this hole that many times. But I mean, I fished it several. But I remember the first time I missed a big fish. I had the first time I ever fished right there. In that spot. That scared me, man. That scared me. Just kind of like it is now, there was a big old log there. There's definitely that rock. Easy hang up spot. Just like I talked about some of these holes up here. And then you kind of fish in there. The water's so swift you really can't fish it right. Trying to cast up and everything down in there, but you're going to get hung up on the log and all kind of stuff like that. The things you can do with fishing line, man, that you would not believe that you could even do even if you tried. See, it's going, I don't know if you can see, you probably can't see the worm. You're going through there so doggone fast, man, you just can't even. I think I caught one here the last time I was here. This hole. You see, there's no reason why I should never just put it right in that hole over there. And something's wrong with me today. This has happened to me a couple of times this year. I'm trying to up my game. No apparent reason. There we go. Now that ain't perfect because I would think that the fish is probably over this way. But when you get it in there, you don't have no staying power now. It's just not going to stay up under there for no time with that swift. I'll come back through here. And I'll cast the spinner over there and try a spinner trick that I kind of taught myself in holes like that. Which don't always work. It don't work as good as a worm if you can get a worm in there, in my opinion. But this is it, man. It's deep out here. And then there's a couple more holes. We got that one there. There's this one kind of back to back right here. And then right below this hole, and then down below that is real swift. And I don't know if I even go down there yet. It's kind of like 4 holes here, back to back to back to back. Last time I was here, I think I caught chub. I think if I remember right, because I remember that tree that I was standing on just now. I had a trout up there. The last time I was fishing here, man, that's been a couple of years ago. Caught that one and there that hole that was just talking about. And that was my limit for me. And then I came up here, went down below these things. There's a bridge down there, concrete part of what used to be a bridge down there. And I think it was right before I got to it. I was able to get out on the bank. It's real steep. But still, it was better than walking all the way back up the creek type of thing. It's a rainbow. And he's gone. The agony of defeat. I was already thinking about him in my crib, man. And that is why